I'll be your huckleberry. All right, good evening, and welcome to the September 2nd regular commission meeting. It is 6:30, 2 p.m. I call this meeting to order. Just for the record, we'll introduce ourselves. Commissioner, if you don't mind, sir, on my right.
Commissioner Howell, place one, present.
I'm Mayor Oscar Montoya, present.
Commissioner Ruben Saldana, place 4.
And I have Commissioner Garcia and Commissioner Martinez both are not here yet. Commissioner Garcia will be out today and will be joining us by Zoom just for informational purposes. He will not be able to vote on anything, but he can attend. And Commissioner Martinez is stuck in traffic and on his way in.
Our city attorney,
All right, I'm sorry, sir.
our city attorney will be in Zoom.
Oh, yeah, and the city attorney is also on Zoom. So we do have a quorum. Next, Commissioner Saldana, if you wouldn't mind, sir, doing the invocation, appreciate it. And followed by the pledge of allegiance by Commissioner Howell.
Bow your heads in prayer. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for bringing us together, Lord. We ask that you guide us today as we make decisions for the future of our city and its residents. Lord, that all we do may be pleasing to you and serve you. In Jesus Christ's name we pray, amen.
Amen. Thank you. Commissioner Howell, you don't mind, sir? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
Stands one
nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, gentlemen. That's the most educated item 2 and 3 I've ever had. 2 doctors, not bad. Moving on to
should be fully cured by now.
open forum. Do we have anybody, Ms. Secretary? All right, moving on to item 6, consent agenda. We have items A through E.
Well, I think all of these are fairly routine, right?
Yes, sir.
So I would like to move that we approve all consent agenda items A through E as indicated in the agenda.
I'll second that.
Yeah, now, can we forego the reading on B, C, and D?
And forego the reading on B, C, and D,
I have
correct?
a motion by Dr. Saldana. Is that still your
Yes,
motion, Dr. Howell?
second.
I have a motion, and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Moving on to item 7A, present, discuss, consider possible take action regarding discussion and action regarding the Development Corporation of Mercedes budget for FY 25-26. Melissa?
I've attached the budget for next fiscal year. The board did approve this. The important items are the outlet mall payments reflective of the sales tax increase. We'll also be finished paying off the outlet mall later this year. We just owe 2 more payments. The project line item identifies unobligated funds. That will come more likely in the spring because we run on projected revenue. The DCM is funding more marketing projects. We'll continue to fund the citywide maintenance program, the signage grant program, and we'll also be finished paying off the bond for VTX and the 2007 bond. We are working on several projects. Paying off debt allows us to leverage more funds should the need arise. So we're just preparing financially to leverage our funds for a big project.
Okay.
Yeah, is this an action item?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I make a motion to approve item 7A
I
in
have a
regards
motion.
to the E EDC.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have a motion by Dr. Howell. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Dr. Saldana. Any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Quick,
Yes, go ahead.
just, had Mr. Pettis said we had a chance to. I know you're real good looking over some of those numbers. If they kind of correlate to what some of our goals and vision, everything's aligned to what we want to do as well to help the city and also help support the EDC.
Yes, they're pretty much in line.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Moving on to 7B,
Thank you.
discussion, possible action.
Thank you,
Thank you, Melissa. Discussion and action for vote on proposed tax rate and to schedule a public hearing for September 16, 2025. All right. Ms. CFO, how are you today, ma'am?
Pretty good. Thank you.
She's
Good evening.
smiling. Ooh.
I was about to trip. That's why.
You're not gonna bite, Karen.
So the tax office sent us the rates that they're proposing for us to pretty much adopt one of them. So the staff is recommending to adopt the same tax rate as last year, with a possible increase of revenue of $437,000 based on the valuation that they increase on already property owners.
All right, and I believe we have what, like about a 92% payment rate on tax, so it's
The
fairly
tax
good.
is actually saying we have a 99% collection rate.
Okay, good.
That's how they're basing it. Mhm.
All right. we
Okay,
need to-
it's an action. I didn't want to make ask a question, but I don't know if we,
Yeah, we
Yeah.
make a motion. Yeah, motion by Dr. Howell. Do you have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Commissioner Saldana.
Yeah.
Dr. Saldana. Discussion, go ahead, Dr. Howell.
quick question. So I didn't hear correctly. So the tax rate was gonna remain the same,
The same.
and we went ahead and collected additional revenues.
So no, so if we adopt this the
Okay.
same rate, we might collect an extra 437,000
So
this
we-
coming year.
Opportunities there, yeah.
Oh, okay. So if we go ahead and keep this rate the same, there's still an opportunity to keep the rate or get additional revenues.
Additional
Right,
revenue,
okay.
yeah,
Evaluation.
Mhm.
because of the valuation of
right,
the
it-
properties. Mhm.
And those have been kind of fluctuating. I know some people have been arguing. I argued mine, but that's obviously a good sign, because I know we were able to bring ours down. Most people, friends of mine that I've talked to, and so that's still a positive sign.
Yes.
Well, good, because I don't think there's an appetite for going up.
I hope so.
And if we can keep the tax rate where it is, it's still an increase in the sense that we're pulling in
Some
almost
revenues.
$500,000 extra dollars. So I don't know how much more you can ask than that. So I think that's good.
So, that motion is also, keep in mind that it's setting the public hearing for September 16th, 2025. So, having said that, all those in favor say aye.
Right.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Moving on to item 7C, approval of interlocal cooperation agreement between Hidalgo County of Hidalgo, Texas, and the City of Mercedes, Texas, as a mutual agreement for development of projects.
Mayor, this is typically, I believe it's renewed every 4 years, so it's time for renewal. It's a very much needed interlocal agreement.
Like to entertain a motion, anybody?
I so move.
I have a motion by Dr. Saldana,
A second.
second for Dr. Howell. Discussion, Dr. Saldana?
I haven't. No,
Nothing? Dr. Howell? Nothing. I just want to say that, that along these lines, we've had a excellent, line of communications with, Precinct 1 and the county as a whole. And Albert, I know it's due to your activeness with them, as well as, Commissioner, Fuentes' willingness to help, and his staff over there. So, please inform them that we not only passed it, but that we infatuately, or what's it called? How do you say it? Like we really liked passing it. What would you say? Marty would know. Anyway, we're happy to do it. Please tell them that.
I'll let them know and I'll pass it on.
Ecstatic.
They're truly a team player. I mean, since a short time I've been here, I mean, they've been very active in helping us improve drainage all over the city. And they're continuing to do those by detention, the building of detention ponds, which 2 of them are currently underway.
All those in favor say aye.
All right.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. That was item 7C. Let the record reflect that Commissioner Martinez has arrived and he was able to be here for item 7C. Moving on to item 8, ordinance and resolution. Item 8A, second and final public hearing for the voluntary annexation of Salvador Roel Garcia and Jeffrey Adam Bryant. And I will be, and then item A1, approval of first reading of ordinance 2025-26 regarding the voluntary annexation of Salvador Roel Garcia and Jeffrey Adam Bryant. I will now open the public hearing for the next 2 minutes. It is 6:41 p.m. We will begin at 6:43 p.m.
That's really It's not the official thing, but so, hey, that's pretty cool.
So what are you gonna do with your time?
Hmm?
What are you gonna do with your time?
Well, today was my first official day, so I did laundry.
Hi, Marty.
Honey,
Today is my official first day. I heard him say that.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful, man. Hey. He'll get in the groove of things soon.
I'll have the same sensation when I get down off the truck after walk somewhere.
We have one more minute left. Or 30 seconds, rather. My bad. Oh, man, am I off?
We got
Say 2 minutes?
Thank you, sir.
Oh,
Let me see the dude's phone. Let me see. That'd be so. When he's on our first pair.
Huh?
I gotta look fun.
Say whatever you want to say. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
yeah. Yeah.
Anda aquí, don Joaquín. Huh?
Protein.
Oh, okay. You took
I
it
haven't
out.
gotten there. I have not got there.
Almost.
We're almost there.
All
There
right,
you
that's
go.
it. All right. It is now 6:43, and we close the hearing. And I'd like to move on to item 7B, discussion action to vote.
Or do we need to?
I'm
do we
sorry.
need to
I'm
do
sorry.
7A, or 8A1?
8A1, approval of first reading of ordinance 2025-26 regarding the voluntary annexation of Salvador Roel Garcia and Jeffrey Adam Bryant.
Mayor, make a motion.
I have a motion by Commissioner Martinez. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Dr. Saldana. Any more discussion? All right, and I assume that this is, we're gonna see.
Forego the reading.
Forego the reading.
Forego the
yes.
reading, yes.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
All right.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Moving on to item B, public hearing regarding the proposed budget for FY 2025 through 2026. I will now open the hearing. It is 6:44 PM, and we'll open it for 2 minutes. Unless Jocelyn changes my mind again.
Just giving you
Well,
all
I
some
plan to.
flashbacks. Giving you all some
Or-
flashbacks. Yeah. No, that's taking it a little old school, Marty.
I've gotten up a few times myself, so
Newly elected.
for the children.
I love it, bro. I love it. Oh man.
At nightfall when I get home.
Okay. I have been renamed Ruben Hinojosa.
Where is that?
It's okay. Yeah,
Where's that at?
it's okay.
That's in the beginning of the first page.
Here in the city page or what?
No, that's it. I think that's the EDC budget.
Oh,
I mean, none of us have ever had a school named after us, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, bro.
Might have the
Moving up in the world, Rube.
recycling bins named after me.
Going to any of the games this year?
Hmm?
Going on any games this year?
I just went to one.
Yeah, we need to. Bro, that was close.
UTSA one.
I was nervous at the
Well.
street festival.
It wasn't close. It wasn't close.
No. It wasn't.
And It was close in the beginning, yeah.
We're not done.
Very nice. What'd y'all decide on the floor? Is it gonna stay the same? Or you gonna-
Well, we did a stain test over here.
It was halftime. I think it was what you wanted.
Nada más o menos. So,
I was like, oh my god,
that
I'm gonna eat crow.
But no, they woke up. I was like, thank you, Jesus.
flex.
Oh, wait a minute. No, this is the city of Mercedes budget.
I've been seeing a lot of.
Yeah. Ruben Hinojosa.
Congressman. It's you. Congressman is here.
Who renamed me?
All right, it is 6:47 p.m. and I now close the hearing. So item 8B1, approval of first reading of ordinance 2025-27 to adopt the City of Mercedes budget for FY 25-26.
Mayor, I make the approval to approve the first reading of ordinance 2025-27 to adopt the city of Mercedes budget for the fiscal year 25-26 and forego the reading.
I have a motion by Commissioner Martinez. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Dr. Howell. Any more discussion?
I have,
Go ahead, Doc.
well, I don't know if this is the time or the place, but I would like a chance to go over a lot of I went over the budget when we got it here, I don't know, a week or so ago. And, I don't really have any issues with it, but I do have questions. So when's a good time to do that?
I mean,
This is likely to take a while.
we have a motion and a second, so, Marty, are we able to discuss, can we ask questions on the actual budget if we're doing the first reading?
Yes, sir.
So now's as good a time as any. Doc?
Boy,
Careful what you wish for.
careful what you.
Unless we're gonna plan to do a workshop.
I mean,
Yeah,
it would be too
that-
late at that point, right? We'd already be reading, well,
Well, I don't-
Because we'd have to
I mean,
make
because
the
of the
approval
timeline.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The amendments.
the timeline is for, we have to have it in by when? Just.
For October
So-
1st.
This is this
It's up
meeting
to
and
you,
the
Doc.
next one,
If you
right?
want to wait, we can, but we'd have to do it pretty tightly, like a special meeting type.
You want to go over the
Right.
Why don't we, I mean, just an idea to set up an appointment with Dr. Saldana, maybe?
The issue is that the time,
Yeah.
the timing would.
Well, I mean, I don't mind voting on it. I just,
you need clarification.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Let's do it.
So,
You got enough info right now to ask her?
oh God, yeah, you
Let's
look
go.
at all of this.
Let's do it.
I just
I'm
don't know if we
curious.
can do it and still get out of here by midnight.
Pick your top three.
Priority.
Top three,
Prioritize.
that'll take even longer. Well,
So are we able
well,
to, let me see if I can clear this up a little bit, Doc. Are we able to approve the first reading and still have time to make changes to the budget later if we approve the first and second reading? Or would we have to adopt it both exactly the same?
You have the second and
We still have a
amendment.
second reading
Yeah.
to be done.
There's
We could make changes between now and the second reading, but upon the second reading, we need to have all the changes incorporated.
Okay, then you
Well,
still have time for.
Yeah.
I tell you what if you guys give us at least the meat and potatoes for now? I know we've looked at it, but what are some of the things that you can point out to us that we,
Yes, so to highlight this budget, it's a balanced budget, as you can see. This annual budget, it's increased by 2.4 million compared to last year. This budget includes a lot of to cover certain obligations that we have, like the outlet mall, the 2.7 million that we have to pay this year. Actually, we have the Malwan East project. That's another $357,000 that we have to pay. And of course, we still have some other small obligations, but they add up to a significant amount. And then I want to point out too that we're doing some capital purchases, which is including 4 trucks, a PD unit. We're doing a track loader, a mulcher, a backhoe loader, fire department equipment. We're fixing the library roof, the rec center roof, and we're buying fuel tanks for public works. Well, the entire city.
So just so we're kind of clear on this, and I think we kind of discussed this briefly, is that a lot of what we're putting our money into this fiscal year has a lot to do with a lot of projects that we have in place. Obviously, the outlet's another obligation that we want to kind of be rid of and things like that. Can you
Yes.
emphasize how that, or can you kind of just touch basis on the outlet thing, since that is a fiery
So
topic?
yes, the outlet is a big amount, and because of that big amount, we had to cut on, obviously you guys, want to give increases to the employees, but because of that obligation, we had to put that aside. That's a big amount, 2.7 million. That's gonna catch us up to the 3 million that we're supposed to be at by this year. And we're actually gonna pay them off the following fiscal year. So after that, we are not gonna have any payments with the outlet mall, which is a big, a big thing for us
But
because
can you talk about the following year would be coming back to what's the regular payment looking like? It's not gonna be 2.7 million.
no, so the regular payment will be like 700,000. That's what we
Right.
owe for 26,
It's not much
27.
more than we were giving them just to kind of kick the can down the road.
What is our projected date of completion, as far as, if you want to use those terms, for being, completely paid off? Last paid off, yeah.
That's our last payment.
7.
2027. Yeah, it'll be around.
And the reason
September.
why I'm saying is because obviously I think that we're gonna have something that, if you will, that's gonna kind of spark right next to the outlet
Yeah.
in the shops of Mercedes, and pretty sure future projects. So evidently it's gonna kind of help take off that, or that area kind of help take off.
Yes.
Right?
So
Little lost here.
next year it will be a better budget because we're gonna have that development. We're having houses being developed.
More revenues coming in.
businesses. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
and what's
yeah.
most important, I think, more than anything, city manager, is that we benefit from that
Mm-hmm.
sales tax from the outlet, right? Being done with that and just
Yes.
reaping that benefit, because I mean, that whole area is about to take off. I just kind of want to be done with it. I think everybody kind of wants to be done with that. So
So next
that's
year
good.
you will have the 2 million that you're putting to the outlet mall for other projects. That
And those revenues go in for M&Os.
yes.
So, and then I think, just lastly, I know there was some questions. I'd like, I didn't get a lot of questions. I would say a couple of people asked us. And so the long-term benefit is that the albatross that this was, is that we were always catching up to make payments.
Yes.
And what this does, when we use the word catch up, it means we're not looking for money at the end of the year to pay out a debt that should have been paid years ago. I don't care for rehashing history. I'm just saying that from where we're at today to where we want to be is where we're making a regular payment, that we know exactly how much it is, and that we know there's an end in sight.
Yes.
So when people ask what's the benefit of spending this money, is we now have a end in sight that we did not have before.
Correct.
So the goal is that once this is paid off, I know you said this, I'm just trying to simplify it, that once this is paid off, that's money that we now have for the city, as opposed to having to worry about how to make that money up every year. So I think this is a big benefit for us. It's a big benefit for the city. And if all goes by according to plan, this is going to do well. The tax situation is going to go well. The new buildings will go well, and the housing will put us in a much better position to leverage that money for major projects that everybody's talking about.
Yes.
So, I know one of the things that somebody said is we could have been using that money to fix streets. Well, at the end of the day, we would have fixed 2 streets,
Yeah.
or as opposed to being able to in the future fix 10 or 12 or 15 of them, we would only be able to fix 2 and then we're done.
Yeah.
This way, by having that money in the future, we can do much more streets than just the 2 we would have done for cash. So
That is correct.
And I know we've talked about the street issue before, but one key component and a perfect example is Capisayo Terrace. We fixed the streets there not too long ago, and it flooded. Until we put a big dent on all the flooding issues, you can fix the streets today, but you're gonna have to redo them again pretty soon after the next flood. And so I think we're gonna be in much better shape. And this year alone, I mean, they got 2 detention ponds, huge detention ponds. I don't know the cubic feet, but I'll get them for you for the next meeting. And then there's another one that's gonna be built north of the city, which will definitely impact or benefit the neighborhood that got flooded this last rain event in March. So with that in mind, we could have been doing streets all along for the past 4 or 5 years, but it would have been money wasted because the streets were still flooding and the streets would have been deteriorating a lot sooner.
So instead of putting in 150,000 to overlay a street, we should be putting in 300 or 400,000 to fix drainage, to
Yes.
fix the piping, and I know I'm looking at you, but I'm trying to talk to the public here, and I think it's been a big thing for this commission to not only educate the public but to be very transparent.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, we either spend $100,000 on a street that we're gonna fix in 2 years at the first rain, or we spend 250,000, get it right, and it can handle the rain next time.
Right.
And that's why we need to make sure we're in a financial position to be able to make those investments. So
Yes.
instead of painting the car, we just get a new car.
You know, I do have one question, kind of away from what we're discussing now. That is, did we put any money aside for any improvements or continued improvements here at City Hall?
No,
No, not for this fiscal year.
no, because we had the situation with the rec center roof that wasn't planned in the library most recently. So those are priority. These are cosmetic things that we have to fix. We took care of the roof and the AC units, which was the most important part of the city, of this building. And now we're taking care of critical components such as a leaky roof at the rec center that might destroy the inside.
No, and those are priorities, but remember, this is still the people's building.
Yes.
And they still do business here, so we do have to make it somewhat presentable.
Yes, sir.
I just want to make a quick comment. To have a balanced budget, despite the challenges that we've kind of overcome and faced as a city and and the citizens, we've come a long way, and I'm very proud of the commission, the city manager and his staff, you guys, for the job well done. And I had a friend of mine, he's at another city. I mean, they're still trying to balance the budget, and there's the school district's still trying to balance the budget. So for us to be at this point, looking in a positive revenues, balancing the budget, looking at potential great projects lined up before us, I think we're in great position to win and to continue to win as a city. So thank you, guys.
It is.
Mayor, I got one question
Go
real
ahead.
quick. I did see, and I wanted to confirm here, we have here an increase for parks and recreations. So I want to know, what do you guys got in store? What do we have planned? What are we doing here? I did see that we kind of went up there on the budget, which is fine. I just want to know, do we have any ideas what we're going to do? I know we have a lot of plans in place. Anybody?
Trying to pull it up, sir.
Tech,
I think it's
There-
going
there-
from,
there's a lot of line items where utilities are going up, and I'm assuming that's because we're adding lights, even though they're LED and they're not supposed to spend any.
So, yes, the
But-
utilities, there's an obligation that we have to pay this coming year. So that's included on the utilities. And that's why you're gonna see a big increase. It's not an increase on utilities, it's just that we have an obligation with a prior company.
We have an obligation.
Yes. Mhm.
Translation, we owe them money.
We terminated the contract early, and because of that, we have to pay a fine.
Who was that with?
It was with TCAP, GEXA, and we moved to Arredondo. So when we transitioned from one company to the other one,
They whacked us.
so that's why you're gonna see the big increase in utilities
Again?
because we
Yeah,
have to pay that.
so I didn't get an answer to my
I
question.
haven't even started with my questions yet, so
Well,
I'll
I'm
get your
just-
fill.
No, I didn't get an answer to mine.
So no, technically on Parks and Recs,
Well,
there's
here's the thing, because we're at, last year, or at least from what I'm looking at here, we're at 478,209. We're jumping it up to 546,119. That's a big dramatic jump, and that's fine. I'm all good for that. I just want to know, what are we gonna do with it? What are the plans here? Because we had a lot of projects in place. I know we have some improvements to some baseball fields we're looking at. We also wanted to do some of that, some of the fields that we need to do at the rec center. What's the latest?
So there's some improvements that are coming out from the Parks Fund. On the parks, Mando is trying to get a grant. There's gonna be a match that the city is gonna have to do it, but it's not gonna come out from general fund. It's gonna come up from the Parks Fund. And that's something that you don't have here.
From what I can see, there's like $24,000 in increase in utilities, which I guess goes to the
Correct, the obligation that we
right,
have.
and those are in other departments too. There's utility hikes and everywhere, and I just thought that was because of electricity. I didn't know because it was a contract.
Yeah.
And to your point,
We added the
I think it would be helpful to have some kind of a budget narrative to go with the numbers,
Okay,
because numbers are fine, but you don't know what they mean, then they don't really tell you much except
Yes.
they're higher or they're lower. They don't tell you why they're higher or
It's all
lower,
personnel.
or sometimes they're the same, like our friends over here at USW that didn't ask for 1 penny more, 1 penny less, but sometimes there's also some explanation there because you might anticipate that there would be increases, but it looks like it's personnel and utilities for
Yeah,
parks,
it's all
which sounds like there's either raises or an additional position, and I don't
So-
necessarily have issues with that, but it would be nice to know because we get increases in some of the full-time in the budgets for employees, but we don't know how many employees there are. We don't know if there's additional positions that are being added
yes.
and for what, or if they're part-time positions and that kind of thing.
I think we created the position.
But for Mando.
When did you start, Mondo?
Was that?
September of last year.
Of last year? So, yeah.
So
so we-
when he started, we had already approved the budget.
Yeah.
So that's why you see the increase on
Okay,
his
so
salary.
that's
So,
to shore
uh-huh.
us up with him. That's not an additional position.
Yeah, so
then
we're not
pension
adding
goes up.
any additional positions for any other departments. It's just that his position was not budgeted prior year. We had to make adjustments, and then this year he's fully
and so if
budgeted.
you add up fringe, it's
Right.
almost
Oh, no, that makes perfect sense. That's all I needed to know with that.
Yeah,
And
and I understand your point that, some of the stuff you don't understand, like the backstory of it.
I did
Yeah.
spend the night at a Holiday Inn Express, but
twice.
okay. So explain to me the difference between general sales and gen sales as a revenue.
General sales, the half
In
cent.
the revenue section, there's 4.2 million for general sales and 2.1 million for gen sales.
So the half a cent, and that's what we collect, but we give it to the EDC. So it's it's part of the general sales tax.
So the
what we
general
collect-
sales are the ones we keep, and the other one is what we take
Give-
in and then give away,
Yes, to the
and
to
we
the
account for
EDC.
that separately.
Yes.
Is that like the golden pennies?
So,
or the-
so where would
Yeah.
that show up as an expenditure?
It will be under five. Well,
Under the
actually, the way
Non-governmental, where we throw everything in the kitchen sink in?
no. So it is
are they?
accounted for. So when we do we do it kind of like as payable. So it won't show on your expenditures. It will show it's gonna come in and then it's gonna go out. So it's gonna kind of like flush on the payable account. So we have an EDC payable account that it kind of goes in and out through there.
So the,
And it's
the
not- and you're
payment
not
that
gonna see
we,
it here.
the diversion of that money to EDC
Mhm.
doesn't appear in a budget,
No.
except as revenue.
Yes, but what is it's kind of like going in and out.
It's a pass through.
Yeah.
Right.
And just to make sure everybody knows, it's by law.
It's by
Yes.
law, yes.
Yes.
Yes. I know that we were mentioning, and well, let me just mention a few questions I have, and then you'll get the drift. Maybe there's a better way to handle this because, but for instance, there's 5.1 million in property taxes that we're budgeting for, and if we collect everything, we're collecting at 92 or 99. We should be collecting more than 5.1, I would think.
Yes. So right now, this is an estimation of, like what we
That's
might
how
get.
much we want to operate off of because those are the ones that pay early, or
No. So we usually do an increase based on, like the numbers of homes that we have with their valuation. And, like every single year they have been increasing valuation and the value of the property goes up, right? So
Right.
we're basing that on what we currently have, the homes that we have. But of course, that can be even more because if we have development something that is reported, or like this year that, you know, if we keep the same rate, because of the valuation.
Well,
So this might go up. It might not be the 5.1.
cents. It says that translates to $7.4 million, or if I'm reading it right.
On the, yes, and it's a combination.
Plus the 437,000. Yes.
Yeah, yes. Mhm.
Okay. And we're budgeting 5.1 million because
Conservative.
we're just not, we're not wanting to budget all of we're not counting on an egg from every chicken.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah,
Just the ones that we have so far, as far as the homes.
yes.
And is there a standard sort of figure that we use for that, or do we just go by historical trends on what we were
So
able to
yeah,
collect?
it is a
first
historical
quarter?
trend. I am actually very conservative on that. 5% is what pretty much everybody goes up to. I usually do 3 to 5% just to be
Okay,
conservative.
so you lose last year's figure plus 3%.
Correct.
Understanding that we should be collecting more than 5.1 million.
Yeah.
Hence how we've been able to build our
fund balance.
fund
Fund
balance,
balance,
which
yeah.
we didn't
Yeah, I
have.
think that's a good idea.
We didn't have any. And so for emergency purposes, you have to have that.
That's right. Well, yeah,
That's
it's
where
like-
the busted lines come from and all that.
Yeah, when we walked in, we were negative, even overall. I mean, documentation shows we had maybe 6 months of survival as a city potentially, and we were able to, as a team, and everyone try to turn things around.
0 months.
Yeah.
Physical equipment.
But
And right now, our fund balance is 100% solvent money. It's money, right?
Mhm.
It's not equipment or depreciation or nothing like that.
No, we have cash.
Well, on solid waste, we show 1.6 million in revenue and then 1.9 million in expenditures. I think, if I'm reading it right, sanitation,
The sanitation, which is the garbage.
right?
Yeah. And it should be a pass through, but
Are we spending more or less on that, or?
they raised it up a little bit, Waste Connections, and that we're having a little issue collecting some of the money, like, cause you know, you don't see the revenue as it's coming in because people pay either 1 month, you know, late, 2 months late. So the revenue is there, but it's not coming in like as we are billing. And that's
But
why
Don't we have a contract with them on the rate?
on
or-
Waste Connections, but we still have to pay them, whether we collect
Yeah,
the
it's
money or not, we
them.
still have to
It's
pay
the-
them.
She's talking about the citizens.
Citizens not paying.
The citizens don't pay.
The service is being provided, we have to pay it.
Oh, I
The
see, I
citizen
see, I
pays it.
got you, I got you.
So within
Okay.
there, there's people that are cut off and don't pay or running late.
So we're planning to run 300 in the hole on that unless we get it all, or?
Yes. No, not really. So we actually, you know, come up, fine during the year,
Right,
but,
that's what we use as a figure for revenue.
yes. I don't want to, you know, hike it to more money and then we don't get it. So
You can always
that's why
fix
it's,
it, but you have to pass it on to the customers to make up for the ones that are not paying.
Right, right.
But that would mean an increased rate
Or if we request extra
on emergencies
roll-offs and stuff like that.
when you have a disaster.
See, and then like here on revenues under fines and services, there's ambulance services, and I just wondered why that was there. That's not a big issue, it's just more like a curious issue, and I always figured that ambulance services were part of the EMS budget unless there's, and there's several where like the notary and the AR late fees, which I don't know what those are, but we haven't budgeted for that in several years, so I wonder if that's still a valid category or if that's just something we just haven't.
so the
budget.
ambulance services, I have to put it in there. This will be the last year that it's going to be in the
Oh,
budget.
okay.
But the ambulance services is going to now to 46 prior, and I don't know if you were here that time. All the money was collected under general fund, and then we separated to where they have their
Bad
own fund.
idea. Yeah.
So that's why you see that one. And
Okay.
then,
So
the-
that's just a vestige from the past.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that we have to have in there. because of it was existing on 2023, even though it didn't have any money. And then the notary and the late fees that were barely created last year because now the library is offering those services,
Okay.
which we didn't have in the past.
Go get
So-
notarize something at the library?
Yes.
All right.
So that's why you're seeing nothing prior, but now you're seeing figures for this fiscal year.
And they're gonna charge apparently.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
We are already doing the services and we have been collecting. And of course, it's not a big amount, so that's why you see that.
But it's a good service.
Yeah,
Yes.
And it pays for itself, so.
yes.
Yes, sir.
$50 insurance, so.
Good questions, by the way.
Well, thank you. I've
Excellent
got more.
questions.
I'm
But-
nervous.
But I will, maybe it'd be a better use of time to sit down and go over some of these things with you and,
Yes.
and city manager, because this is gonna take a while. I mean, you can, and it's more
Is
just,
everything in orange?
yeah. Yeah, for Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Go Horns.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
Moving right along. And you know, some of them are curious questions. Like in planning, there was, you know, the salary budget went up, but so the Social Security went up and the health insurance went up, so you would expect. But then the pension went down, which I didn't understand why pension would go down if we're paying people more money.
The pension contribution went down, like so the rate right now is 15%. So last year we budgeted 16.8%.
Oh,
So that was
we
the
changed
difference.
our contribution.
No, the contribution is the same, is that we were just over budgeting for that.
Oh,
So this year it was corrected. And
so
that's
it's
why
like
you
that
see-
in every department.
Good
yes.
catch.
Mhm.
Unless somebody, like we added somebody like in,
So in
Parks and
planning, you're
Rec,
gonna
yeah.
see the big increase because the planning director was not budgeted on September of last
I'm
year.
not sure Denise is gonna get her pension.
So this year,
Too
it-
young
Let
to-
her-
she's too young to
at
care
her
about
age, she's
that.
gonna make more than all of us when she retires. Put together.
Okay, well, I would like to sit down and go over some of these kinds of things and the other, some of the other issues and some of them got answered because we have the same amount of money in streets. We got 150,000 in streets. We got 50,000 for sidewalks, which we always budget for that. And somehow or another, we end up doing more. I mean, I know we get our urban county money and we've got the Mile 1 project and we got the Mile 2 West project that,
Yes, sir.
said surprise, surprise. And so somehow or another, there's a big bag of money somewhere that we seem to be able to access to do. And I just want to make sure that we've got money to do some of those street projects. 'Cause it's like, that stuff's not cheap and we always have, so I trust that we will continue to do that. That's, I guess, my point.
Yes, sir. By the way, we always look for if there's a line that needs to be improved, whether it's sewer or water. If the capacity needs to be increased, we target those also. So it's not just the street.
One of the things under information technology was online account access, for that's what I was thinking about for the water utilities. I'd really like to be at a point where, and I don't know if the funds are in there, but we're really spending a lot of money on information technology, and I don't have an issue with that, but I'd like to see that show up as increase so that when my water line in my backyard breaks and I get a $600 water bill, that it doesn't take me figuring out that there's a lake in my neighbor's yard caused by me, that there might be some kind of little alert that comes and says, hey guy, you usually use 3,000 gallons of water and you're up to 25,000 now, or you're so, and online access to what you paid, what your uses are and things like that. And I know we've talked about doing that in the past. I don't know what's holding us up, if it's just time or
so
if it's money or if it's.
we've been working on that. Actually, Michael, myself and the staff, we had a meeting with Encode, the the software that we have.
Okay.
And they were showing us like, how can we give access to all the customers to view the, past invoices and stuff like that. And for whenever they have a leak, to send a
Right.
message. So this is something that is gonna take time. We're working on it because we have to add all the cell phone numbers for every single customer that we have out there, update them. So in case that there's an emergency, those text messages go out to the right person so they're aware of a water break, high consumption, whatever is happening in their property.
Just to be clear, if I can, Doctor, for clarification, there's two different things he's talking about though, right?
Mm-hmm.
So at the current, with what you're describing, it would tell somebody, hey, you used up a lot of water this one. But I think what he's talking about is real time. That's going to require changing of the rest of our water meters, correct? To
No,
smart meters,
so
or do you have
actually-
a way to do real time?
So actually the software will alert. So like if right now you're having a leak, the system will send the notification, the text message
Oh,
that you're
where
So
I'm
having.
that's the
getting that-
plus in Civic Plus, right?
No. It's actually an Encode. Encode has that
Encode,
capacity.
yeah.
Yeah.
But how are they getting that information from the,
From the meters. So we're picking up the reads on the meters.
oh,
And
so all our meters are smart meters now?
yes.
Oh,
mhm,
okay,
Yeah.
great.
Mm-hmm. So through the satellite, it will get the
But we
notification.
have been changing them up, remember, Mayor, like
Yeah,
slowly,
by
but
little, yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, good deal.
I know at one time in the past, kind of goes with the ambulance story. We were mixing utility, we're mixing general fund with utility funds, which we
Yes.
shouldn't have been doing, and
We're subsidizing.
We haven't done that.
subsidizing all of that and everything. And so I see a $300,000 payment transferred to GL. I don't know what GL is, but I'm assuming
To
that-
general fund.
Yeah,
Huh?
general ledger is general. fund.
general ledger. Okay.
General
General
fund.
fund.
Mhm.
Okay, it's a general fund. then.
We were paying
So-
them, now they're paying us.
So, right. So I know that we've been transferring funds from the utility back into the general fund to pay ourselves back for all the money that we were using to subsidize the utility
Yes.
fund.
Yes,
So how much left, or what's the balance there? How much?
So we
speaking of
still have 10
debts that are owed.
We still have 10 more payments of
Good Lord.
yeah.
Of
the utility-
300,000?
Of 300,000. But actually, utility fund is very healthy compared to prior years. And the staff is working on to now having its own bank account because now it's able to pay for all.
Paying one.
Yeah.
So now so those payments may go up to shorten the
Yes.
The
Right now,
payback
because of all the stuff that is
timetable.
going on with
Well, I
the
would-
Texas
I
Water
would-
Development Board.
I would slow down on the payback because
Mhm.
we are extending sewer services to areas that we don't have sewer services
Yeah.
because of all the annexations that we're getting.
Right.
So keep
How-
that in mind.
How many new customers do we have compared to last year?
I will say
Meters, trash cans? I don't know how you measure that,
Homes?
but
We had all the ones in Valley Ranch, we have roughly about 20 Valley Ranch going up. We have another 20 going up in Olivia, and they're starting to come in for us in the leading phase 2.
so we had like 5,500 and now we have like 55, 60?
I would say maybe like
50,
around
50.
100 and
I mean, I don't know what the number was. I just know it was kind of in that neighborhood.
What's the number of water meters?
right now our
Okay.
accounts is 5,400.
5,400. I wasn't off by much.
Mhm.
Okay, so now you're saying it's like 5,500.
Well, keep in mind, we also have the CCN from North Alamo in our city.
Oh,
So just because we're building 100 homes tomorrow, doesn't mean all the water belongs
coming
to
to
us.
us. Yeah.
Mhm.
Some of it's North Alamo.
Yes, sir.
Some of it's Westville, maybe, potentially. Okay, all right. I got more, but I'll save them. I'm glad to see that we have the expressway lighting in there. It's a good thing, finally. And we have this SCAT. That's the thing that
The
Um,
SCADA.
the SCADA or SCADA or whatever.
SCADA.
SCADA. That's that big machine over at the water plant that forget his name uses to track some of the data on that. But is that a new system? That's $750,000. Yes.
We don't have a SCADA right now, do we? Yeah. That would help them manage our system.
Manage accounts and the water treatment and all that better. All right. We got some dewatering money. All right, well, but just kind of staring at me, but I got more, and but I'll get with you and Mr. Pettis about the rest of
Let
those.
us know, we'll schedule it.
Okay,
You got time. You're retired now, so.
I do.
So thank you. I do
Cause
want
for
to.
concern.
So I think if we're educating people,
Yeah.
they need to understand that when there's monies, like for instance, the 300,000 or the 400,000, that there are things that come up that we don't plan for. If we assign that money to our fund balance, then we can't pull it out, correct? During the year. So the most transparent way to make sure that if somebody wants to look at our budget and see what we're doing is to assign it to something that's close to it rather than try and pad it somewhere or hide it. We're assigning it where it needs to be.
Yes.
And I think it's important that the people need to know that when we have a line that breaks that we don't have budgeted for, and we end up having to replace 150 feet of it because it just keeps on breaking. That money, like Doc said, it doesn't come out of a magic bucket. It's got to come out from somewhere. So I want to say this on our first reading that I think that this is a strong budget. I think that as Dr. Howell said earlier, I think our fund balance is in a place where we now can operate efficiently and also be prepared for emergencies, which people forget about.
Yeah.
Although it's healthy, it's only as healthy as that year. It can change from one year to the next.
Yes.
So I appreciate the transparency that you guys have put in here. I appreciate the work that you all did in it. I know that we were like 8 or 9 million over, and you guys kept carving and carving and carving. I'm not super feeling great about not giving raises because I really think it's time, but we can only do what we can do. So I want to make sure that that our employees know that they're in the forefront of our minds when we did this, and that part of the planning of being aggressive to make payments is so that we can do what we need to for them in the near future. And please, I hope the department heads tell that to our people. I think I know that in law enforcement, everybody's leaving everywhere they go. So the chiefs of all of you guys that are running the department, and the reason I'm saying law enforcement is because I see that daily, have been doing a real good job of retaining, whether it's the library or parks or wherever. Please hang in there. I know times are tough, but I just want to remind you that we have found ways to give raises in the last couple, 2-3 years. And there's light, a big light at the end of this tunnel. And so hopefully next year, or not hopefully, I know that God's willing, next year will be a much better year. But again, thank you for the transparency. Thank you for the work you put into it, Albert. Thank you to the department heads who sacrificed and had to make hard decisions. I know it's not easy, but God bless each and every one of you for what you all did to put this together. And I think the citizens of Mercedes will benefit from the hard work that you guys put in. So with that said, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Moving on to item C, consideration and approval of resolution 2025-19 requesting financial assistance from the Texas Water Development Board Drinking Water State Revolving Fund for constructing various public improvements to the city's utility system, authorizing the city's financial advisors, bond counsel, and engineers to coordinate the submission of the application to the Texas Water Development Board and other matters in connection therewith.
Mayor, I make a motion for the approval of resolution 2025-19 to request financial assistance from the Texas Water Development Board.
I have a motion by Commissioner Martinez. I have a,
Oh, it's a resolution.
yeah, it's a
Oh,
resolution.
okay.
Is that a second, Doc?
Yeah, I'll
All
second.
right, I have a second by Dr. Saldana. Any more discussion? So, go ahead, Doc.
No. You may answer it before I ask.
No, I just wanted to ask, the idea here is to try and apply for them not charging us the 20% or That match? Okay. Doc, you got a question?
That's it.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Moving on to item 9, executive session, chapter 551, Texas Government Code, section 551.071, consultation with attorney, section 551.072, deliberation regarding real property, section 551.074, personnel matters, section 551.087, economic development. Do I have a motion to go into executive session?
Mayor, make a motion to go into
I have a
executive session.
motion by
Second.
Dr. by Mr. Commissioner Martinez. I have a second by Dr. Howell. All those
call
in
me
favor
Doc.
say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We're in executive session. It is now 7:36 PM.
Here, Huckle.
All right, it is 8:27, and we are back in session. I believe we only have one action item.
I think it was item B, Mayor. I make a motion to proceed as discussed in the executive.
Okay, I have a motion on item B,
Second.
second by motion by Commissioner Martinez, second by Dr. Saldana. Any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Moving on to item 11, adjournment.
Make a motion to adjourn, Mayor.
A motion by Commissioner Martinez. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Garcia. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We are, it is 8:28, and we are now adjourned.